Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to 9:25 edition of Morning Mindset. It's Wednesday, September 25th, and September is almost over. We've got Monday? Monday is the last day of September, right? September 30th. Crazy, crazy, crazy indeed. So, what do we got for you? Today's Morning Mindset. We are going to be talking about working on your business, not in your business. So, what does that mean to you? And if this is your first time here or your long time here, this is what I need from you: who you are, where you're from, what's in your cup, and what the weather is like in your area. It was chilly and dewy out this morning. It was chilly. It was chilly. I could see my breath taking the kids to school. So it's getting that time of year. And it just like came out of nowhere. 90s to that was crazy. It's like 54 and we are headed to high of 77 today. So that's what we got. As far as what's in our cup, it's just about done, and then I'm going to switch over. I'll probably have coffee by our mentorship call, our group call, but right now I've got a sparkling strawberry watermelon Galaxy Vibe. That's what we're rocking with today. And a big part of this is 5 things. What are 5 things that you are going to accomplish today? So cut HTV, that is almost done. I'm waiting on 2 more pieces because we got more jerseys from football last night. And so we're getting those taken care of today, which leads to pressing shirts. We've got a team store that needs finished up. We've got the jerseys that need finished up, and a business order that needs done. So we've got those. We've got our monthly 3,000 sticker print that needs to get finished up. And then I've got design work I need to do because we've got 2 other stores that are looking to open here in the next week or so. And they got some design ideas, so we're going to go over that, which we're going to that leads us into today's topic, along of working on your business and not in your business, and how you can manage that effectively. Now, the other thing is that we have our mentorship call for our group that starts at 9:30, so that's 9:30 to 10:30. I will post the link to that, so if you want to join us, you're more than welcome to join us. $20 a month gets you in there. We do calls multiple times a week, and Wednesday is work on your business day. So from 11 to 3, we have the Zoom room open, and there's usually a handful of people in there. So, it's like having a business partner that's, in your shop, but they're online. So you can run questions by them, help them out. They help you out. It works out really nice. I will get it set up. I'll be in and out because it's Wednesday, so our kids get out of school. But I also have to work on some ad copy. So I have to do some recording, and we'll see how that rolls. I'm going to do some recording of some video, so I need to be in and out of that one. And that's our big thing, is work on designs, work on that copy, work on that marketing, all in there. So let's check in and see how people are doing this morning. Renee, good morning to you from 58 on the way to 76 in Chicagoland. Water in the bottle, coffee getting ready to brew. And Renee's 5 things, 1 to 4 is finish up items for my dad's celebration of life on Saturday. 5, bake for tomorrow's bench dedication at my nephew's childhood baseball field. That sounds awesome. And then Barb, good morning to you from North Central Minnesota, where it's 50 and sunny. Hot tea in the cup. Yeah, when it starts getting in the 50s, that's when I start switching to hot drinks and coffee. Yeah. Invoicing, move quotes to work orders, work on monogram templates, digitize patch, and working on the business. Love it, love it, love it. What's up, Chuck? Good morning to you. Barb says, hi, Renee. We're headed to mid-70s today. Hi, Chuck from Barb. Renee, morning. Barb, Chuck, and Todd. Beth, good morning from a sunny 49-degree day there in Nebraska. Water in the cup. Jeff, morning all. Foggy and 66 there in northern Kentucky. Diet Coke in my cup. 5 things: print vinyl, work on website, design a few more ornaments, mail run if vinyl gets done printing. There is, Jeff, you just reminded me of something, because Jeff, you have the BN20, right? So there is word on the street from a reputable source that handles Roland printing and technicians, is that Roland is burning out the old model of the BN20, and by burning out, they're selling it for like $2,500. So if you're in the market for a full color printer that can print and cut, now it's not the fastest, it's not the biggest, but it's $2,500. I think heads alone are like $1,500. So yeah, like it's a hell of a deal. So reach out to your local Roland dealer and see what they have. But I think that started yesterday or Monday. I think it was Monday afternoon is when I was told about it. And I don't need it by any means, but man, I sure thought about it, because $2,500 for it is pretty dang cheap. So There's your little thing. I just thought about that with Jeff. Hi, Beth and Jeff from Barb. Morning, Barb from Jeff. Jenny, thanks for checking in. Morning at 64 degrees there. Water in the cup. Juan, good morning to you. And Jeff says, yes. So the BN20. I saw that. That is tempting. It is. It is really tempting off for what it is. I mean, like in your position, Jeff, you know it doesn't take up a whole lot of room. What could you get done with two of them? All right. Two of them going at the same time. Two separate jobs going, two of the same jobs. Like, you know, people have the cricket farms, like not the animals, but the cutters. Well, there's cricket farms as well. So I've got friends that have cricket farm. But yeah, like a couple of those running, baby, you can get some jobs done. So I made notes on this one because I was trying to figure out the best way to explain it. And so what does working on the business and working on the business, not in the business, mean to you? So the definition that I found, it refers to the difference between handling day-to-day operations, working in the business, versus focusing on growth, strategy, and scaling, working on the business. And that's what Wednesdays are for us, right? We take that, we've got those 4 hours to dedicate to working on the business. Office hours are open, so you can get in there, work on the business. Excuse me. So for, somebody like us who's, we're an apparel decorator, and our main focus, on the retail side of it is going to be those team and school spirit wear sites. So for us working in the business, and these are things that we did, and then we had to figure out how to make things better. So working on the business, we're managing orders, manually. So that means we're handling it one by one. In the beginning, we were just taking orders. We were doing everything on sheets. We were doing things on order forms and deciphering and doing that. And we knew that didn't work. So we had to find a better way. So we came across, Equid that we could build stores with. So we did that. And it got us by for 5-6 years on it. But we noticed as we were doing more stores, these stores were taking longer to build, longer to manage, longer to sort through. The back end of it wasn't really good for it because it was an e-commerce platform that was set up for e-commerce, not so much of what we needed to do. So we set out to find the next thing. And how can we better ourselves with that? And that's where we came across Chipley, and working with them. It has totally streamlined that back end side of things for us. It's streamlined building the stores. So we can build a bigger store with more options faster than what we did before and with less effort. We're able to close out a store way, way, way faster than what we were able to before. So that all came from doing the research. We spent the time working on the business. There's a bunch of different platforms that you can choose from for that. And we landed on Shipley being the best fit for us. So it allowed us to automate a lot more. We set up those systems so, they can either place orders online and they can get them delivered to them. They can get them delivered to the school. They have multiple choices for them. It builds out all the collateral for it. So you can do emails with it. You can have order forms with it. You can do everything with it. And it really, really helped us. So that was an example of working on the business. Another part of it was, we would design every product ourselves, right? So we'd spend, individual designs. We're making the mock-ups. We're doing everything with that. And in the beginning, when we had time, that made sense to do. It made sense that here, we can design this up for you real quick. Yep, we can do this for you. But as time has went on, then that makes it, a little harder to do. So we had to figure out a way. How can we do that? How can we work with people that don't have design ideas, or they don't have their own logos ready to print? They need the design ideas part of it. And, how can we do that to make it better? Because it was, what are some ideas? Let's go back and forth on it. Well, with that's where we came across Graphics Flow at, which is an online art source. So once you're hooked up with an account with them, you can send the customer the library and say, hey, pick out any of these designs. We can go ahead and custom that design with colors and the text. So that way it fits your needs, your message, your organization. So they're able to go through and scroll through all of these, pick out what they want, put the notes on it, what they want. And then we can go in, and since it's an online in the cloud platform, we can change it all right there, send it back to them for approvals and that. So it really sped up the way that we were able to do that. Now, in conjunction of those two, we were able to build out a landing page where it showed here's what the stores are all about, here's artwork, here's this, here's that. So it became more of a process when we're looking for new clients. We can send that out to them. And that's one of the things that we're working on in my mastermind group, is how I can become more effective with that, because we've got the two sides of the business, the retail side of it that handles all the finished goods, and then the wholesale side that handles all the like DTF transfers, UV transfers, signs, banners, all of that. So growing each arm of that. And that's part of that's the working on the business, is creating that plan, which is going to work best for those. Like we know going forward, when we're looking at places that we want to work with, on the DTF side of things, the print side of things, that side of things, we have our map of our 1-day ship area. These are the people that we want to focus on, because in most instances, they're only a 1-day ship. So it'll be easier to get things to them. It'll be cheaper to get things to them. Sending ginormous boxes, 4 states away can kind of be an issue. Even on individual orders, instead of it being, say $8 to $10 to ship, it could be $12 to $20 to ship, depending on where they're at. So we're trying to, if we focus generally on our area, then it brings that down. So 1-day shipping, ground shipping makes it, a lot easier to do. So we can focus. That's the area of people we want to be on. So working on the business is defining, figuring out where we want to go, what we want to do, and how we're going to get there. So we're figuring all of that out for it. The other thing is working on it is the biggest thing is to me is improving on your existing things that you have. Are you working on your marketing? Are you working on your social media? Are you working on your emails? Are you working on your text? Are you doing all these things to continuously bring in business? Because we can all be super busy, but what happens when we're super busy? In most instances, your marketing goes out the window, because you're like, hey, I'm not busy, or I'm busy right now, so I don't need to work on this. But then what happens? That dives down, and then you're like, oh crap, I need to market to bring that back up, and then it goes back up. So we want to stop the ebbs and flows and kind of make it a flat line. We want to make it easier to do. And how does that work? Well, you're continuously marketing, you're continuously putting things out there, you're continuously doing things, just not when you want to. Now, a good ad campaign through whatever platform you use is basically like a spigot, a water spigot. You turn it on when you want sales, you turn it off when you don't want sales, but you want that continuously going through there. It's like you in those places where pipes can freeze, and you turn the water on just a little, so there's always something flowing through it, so it doesn't. It's the same thing. You always want something flowing, so then your sales don't freeze up. You want something flowing through the pipeline, so your sales don't freeze up. And that can be done with email marketing, that can be done with social media marketing, that can be done with regular sending out postcards and newsletters, and there's a lot of ways to do it. But that's the big thing, is working on the business to continuously grow, to continuously be better at your craft. If it's taking classes to learn things, whether that is in marketing, design, product knowledge, any of that, that's all working on the business to make you a better person. So what do you have out there for ideas of what you consider working on your business? Let me know that in the comments, and we can talk about that as I go back through here and check in. And there, Barb says, hi, Jenny and Juan. Not sure how. Not sure how. I know that means spell it. Done slowly. Yeah, it'd be done slowly, but they would look good, right? Sarah, thanks for checking in. Good morning, 57 and sunny. Coffee in the cup. Hi, Sarah from Barb. And what is the graphics thingy? Hi, Sarah, Jenny. Hi, Sarah, Jeff, Juan, Jenny, and Beth. Graphics flow. I will get, let me grab a link for it right here. I got to find it it's hidden behind the camera. It's just graphicsflow.com. Now, there are, if you get on the phone with them, ask them for their best discount, because it is a monthly service, and, it can range from as little or as lot as you want. Yeah, that's something that they're particular on letting people know what their pricing is, but it could be as low as $50 a month. It can be as high as $400 a month. It just depends on what your needs are. And it's something that's it's really changed how we did our business and makes it way easier for artwork for the stores that we set up for it. So I just dropped that link in the comments right down here. Graphics Flow. This is graphicsflow.com. You can go there and check that. So here's 5 things. Order prints, finalize 2 large. I was thinking, I'm like, why do we have 2 there? Finalize 2 large contract print jobs, 3 purchasing, 4 store builds, 5 continue to clean, plan, and getting settled in the new space. Yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. Just don't turn on the microwave, right? Just don't turn on the microwave. Good morning, Barb and Renee. The graphics thing is Graphics Flow. You should definitely check it out, Renee. Yeah, if you're doing, especially if you're doing a lot of design work for other people, and they are not bringing you ready to print artwork, and you're needing to come up with ideas, you're needing that. It is pretty slick. Thanks, Sarah. How's the shop coming? Yes, and slowly but surely it is coming along. She's now has cubicle walls. I saw that, and that worked out pretty nice. Pretty nice. It's turning into a cool little shop. I can't wait to get up there and check it out. Maybe she has to have it done before November 1st. So I'm giving her, she has to be in order by November 1st, because we'll run up there and take a look at it. We'll come up and visit, sometime October, November, but it's got to be before it snows. I'm not driving anywhere when it snows, man, but I definitely want to see the new place. And Juan says, working on my business, I have to develop a list of priorities, daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly, and stick to it. Yes. Yep. Now my challenge is I'm the only one working in my business that figuring out priorities while staying productive is a freaking challenge. It is one. And that was my thing is, for at least we have myself and Corey, and then we can get some kids to help out when they need to. But we hit that wall too, about the wall for, if anybody is looking for like kind of benchmark things, a single person, $100,000 to $200,000 in sales if you're doing a lot of the production. If you're not doing a lot of the production and you're doing a lot of outsourcing, the sky's the limit. Because you're not doing that work. Because the biggest thing is the labor side of it. The labor side of it takes so much time. So if you want to put in more hours in the day, you can get more things done. The other side is setting time aside to get things done. How can you get more things done in the same amount of time? Can you get more efficient at it? Can you bring in an employee part-time? Can you subcontract it out? So those are 3 ways to improve, how much you can get done in the same amount of time. You get more efficient at it. You bring somebody else in to help. You send it out to somebody else. If somebody has any other ideas on other ways, but those are my 3 ways to do it. So there's a lot of things that we do in-house, but there's also a lot of things that we send out. There's also a lot of things that we do in-house, but when we get over a certain limit or our plate is too full, we will send out as well because it works out well. We're able to still get those things done. I had somebody that wanted a 24 by 36 inch Coroplast sign, and our schedule is packed. But I reached out to one of our partners, because that's the thing is developing these key partnerships that can do these things for you. So I reached out to them, and they're like, yeah, we can get that into our schedule, no problem. I also ordered some DTF while we were on the phone with them. So it works out well. We handle, their DTF side of things. They handle our oversized projects, because I'm not going to, spend, the tens of thousands of dollars on the UV flatbed just yet. But it is something that we're always looking at. So creating those partnerships to help you do that, to help you take on more with doing less. I wish that I would have found outsourcing, way earlier in our career as an apparel decorator, because I felt like I had to do everything. I had to touch everything. I had to produce everything we made. I was the one that had to do it. And, we took out a big chunk of business because, if we didn't do it, we didn't offer it. Juan takes care of embroidery for us. We drop ship him items. And so we can do embroidery, but at the same time, we're not doing it. We're making money off of it, and it works out well. So you find those partnerships that work for you on things that you want to do. I was talking with somebody the other day, and they had a 300 shirt order, and they were doing transfers, and they said it was going to take them 3 days. I'm like, why? Why is that taking you 3 days? I'm like, that's like 4 hours tops of work, maybe 5 if you're doing other stuff. And they're like, well, what do you mean? I said, I even did a live where I showed, I pressed, I think what was 100 111 shirts in an hour while I was doing the live. So I know it can be done because I did it. I have a video that shows doing it. So that's what you're looking at, is how can you do that? You become more efficient at it and you can get things done faster. You can do it. Now you set the limits on, here's what I need to do in-house, here's what I need to do to send it out. You go through all of that, because there's so much that you can get caught up in, and things can't get done. And Corey needs my tape measure, apparently. So it's how do you get better at that? What can you delegate to somebody else to do for you? It's the same thing with marketing. Like email marketing, I'm not the greatest at email marketing. I'll be the first one to tell you that. I have not sent out a consistent email in probably 4-5 months, and I'm paying for an email service. Why am I doing that? That makes no sense. I need to at least be sending out a weekly newsletter, an update of where we are, what's going on with it. And these are things that I need to start buckling down and doing, or I need to send out to somebody else. Can I get a VA that can handle this stuff? Can I get a VA that can handle, little things like, double checking artwork for us? And, what can we get somebody to do? Working, spending in our mentorship, the mentorship group that I'm in, the mastermind group. I mean, it was not inexpensive by any means. We're spending, $5,000 to be in it. And so I'm getting as much out of that as possible to make sure that I can recoup that. A lot of it is on the marketing side of things, because like Facebook ads, what is good copy? How is the best way to do this? Having somebody else to work with that has been there, done that goes through all this and has the systems in place. That's what I'm there to learn from, and to be able to, really push that through it. So really excited about, what we're getting done and seeing with that. Let's see. Juan, but I'm here all week. What did I do? Did you miss something? Did I miss something? And purposes, I have a list of priorities, but it gets changed a lot. I do make a daily list. I need to work on timelines for our priorities. It's easy to push them off. Procrastination, absolutely. I can get lost in the sauce where I'm just going down this rabbit hole of things that I don't really need, and then it's a video to a video to a video to a video to 4 hours later, and like, oh, what just happened? And I consider it all market research, because you see something like, oh, I can do that. Here's my version of it. How's this look? Here's it goes from here. And there's, it's almost like listening to the radio. There's, now hundreds of stations, but I might listen to it for a little bit and then switch over and go to something else. And did I really retain any of that? I need to hear the same thing over and over and over. So being able to make that commitment to these are things. So I say 5 things that I'm going to get done every day. And most times that happens. Then I have the big list. And if that stuff goes more than 3 days and it's not a continuation of a project where I'm waiting on artwork, I'm waiting on supplies, I'm waiting on something from somebody else, then it comes off the list because I'm not making it a priority. And right there with you, Juan, with the noise that has been out of my control. I'm focused on hitting the reset button on October 1st and looking at everything I have to do with my business with fresh eyes. Awesome, Renee. Love it, love it, love it. And Juan says, Renee, my reset button is so worn out. The print is faded and the center is cracked. Well, we just put a sticker on it, Juan, and we start over. Tim, good morning to you. Got to replace it with the focus button. And that's tough. That's where like a lot of mine is time blocks. Here it is. I'm doing this from this time to this time. I'm doing this from this time to this time. I'm doing this from this time to this time. And then when that time's up, I stop and move on to the next one, so it doesn't drag over into that. And Juan, I feel you, said Renee. Hi, Tim. And there we go. Did you see what I need help with this afternoon in our call? I did not, Tim. I have not looked at any of that. I set up this morning. I was setting up DTF because they're no bullshit. We have got slammed with rush orders and our VIP orders, and those need to get caught up today. And by slammed, I mean people are ordering hundreds of feet at a time. Love it. I love that our VIPs are doing that. I love that our rush orders are doing that. And I'm still trying to make sure that we can facilitate our regular orders, because I don't want them to feel left behind on things. But Rush VIP come first, and then we're still in that 2 to 3 day on everybody else. We're making sure our Rush ones are our Rush ones and our VIPs. Those are ones are going out for getting stacked in the line first and going out there. It's difficult, when the dog barks for no reason. The dog hears something and just goes ape shit. no clue what. But when, we're here with this, and then a VIP member will order 600 feet, linear feet, that's a lot of printing to get done. And then the next VIP will order 300 feet. And then the next one will order 400. It stacks up. So we're getting caught up with it. We're looking at other solutions to be able to make this happen between myself and our print partner, to be able to, facilitate this, because if we really want to hit everything gangbusters, then we need to make sure that we have that in order before we do it. So I will take a look at that before the next call, because, we've got that call. We've got that call from 11 to 3 today. They said, I'll get it set up. I'll be in and out because I am working on copy and doing videos. We have our regular scheduled mentorship call here at 9:30, so just a little over half an hour, which, like I said, you can sign up right here. You can join us over there, and it's from 9:30 to 10:30. So we've got a busy day. I've got a lot of stuff to try and get set up between now and 9:30. So we're going to get out of here so we can do that. Remember, we do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps the algorithm out. Also, share. Sharing's free, folks. You share this around, it'll come back to you tenfold. So until next time, you guys all have a great day. I'm going to find the button because I switched stuff up and I don't know where it is. Now it is there. All right. Peace, love, press on. We will see you guys next time.